to this edition of High School Rewind, available on Xfinity On Demand. We've traveled out to Herriman, Utah, home of the Mustangs, as the Herriman High Mustangs host the Lone Peak Knights for the Region 4 Championship. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you tonight's game. Really excited for the game we have coming up for you here tonight. We already mentioned championship edition of High School Rewind here tonight. Let's start first with the visiting undefeated Lone Peak Knights. They come in 9-0 overall, 5-0 in region play, and they've been led by number 3, Talmage Gunther. What a senior campaign he's had. He's completing nearly 70% of his passes for over 1,300 yards. That sounds a little low, but that's because he's out by halftime every game this year. They have been absolutely explosive on the offensive end. 22 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions for the senior quarterback. It's been a fantastic senior campaign for Mr. Gunther. He's got all sorts of options, including guys like Jackson McChesney and Tyson Doman. Doman had 2 over Woods Cross last week and is tied for the team lead with Christensen with 7 on the season. McChesney, their leading receiver. He can also run the ball out of the backfield. He and Tyler Kapp, the main rushing options, along with Gunther. This offense, look out. They are all over the place, and they are just putting up points. The number 1 scoring offense in Region 4. Not a bad defense, though. The number 2 scoring defense, led by Seth Corey, who is truly a ball hawk on the defensive end. Mentioned the number 2 scoring defense. They are behind the Herriman Mustangs, the number 1 scoring defense in Region 4. In fact, they only give up 10 points per ball game. They are built defensively, and it all starts with the junior safety, Noah Vea, the leading tackler for the Herriman Mustangs, and also has 11 interceptions on the season through 9 games. What a year so far for Noah Vea. When he's not making the play, it's Leki Fotu, who is the second leading tackler and the leading sack man, 6.5 sacks for Fotu on the season. This is a ground and pound offense. They've got 3 guys who all average over 5.5 yards per carry, including Caden Strosters, along with Brig Rush and Judkins. All these 3 can really go off for big nights. In fact, last week in their win against Lehigh, Judkins had 18 carries, 177 yards, and 3 touchdowns. What a night. Any of these guys can do it. This is a good running attack for the Herriman Mustangs that, they got off to a rocky start, 0-2, of course, losses to Brighton and Bingham. Since then, they've reeled off 7 straight, and this rushing attack has really come alive. We mentioned Region 4 Championship here on the line tonight. We've introduced the teams. Herriman, Lone Peak, kickoff coming up next here on High School Rewind. 48 minutes away from a Region 4 championship underway as this kick saved from going into the end zone by Seth Corey as he looks for a return up the middle. Will not get back to the 20 as this special teams unit swarmed to the ball, and making the tackle was number 44 for Herriman. 1st and 10 for this high-octane offense. Gunther from the shotgun. Quick throw right over the middle, and that's McChesney with a beautiful seam route up to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 26 yards. On 2nd down, quick throw caught by Christensen for a pickup of 6. 3rd and 5 for Gunther. Again, a quick throw to Tyson Doman across the 50, and a 1st down for Lone Peak down to the Herriman 40-yard line. A run to Kapp right up the middle, as he has 4 yards on the carry. It'll bring up a 3rd down. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Kapp in the backfield. Slant caught just inside the 30 by Todd Paskett, the senior. No, they're going to say incomplete, that it hit the turf, and that will bring up a 4th down for Coach Maurer. 4th down, Lone Peak going to go for it. 3 receivers bunched to the bottom as Kapp comes across the formation. Boy, has a man deep, going that way to McPherson. Caught, touchdown, Lone Peak. Beautiful play call on 4th and 6 from Coach Maurer, and it's McPherson, the junior who just ran a straight vert, beat the defense, and Lone Peak scores on the opening drive. First offensive possession for the Mustangs. Judkins the back, and he will get the 1st down carry right up the middle. Had a big hole that was closed down quickly by Seth Corey. Again to Judkins, and again more space. And a couple juke moves. He's across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. This time being tackled by Preston Lewis, but Judkins with a couple nice runs right out of the gate. Judkins 5'5", 167. And the seniors had a nice start to this ballgame, again on the ground, and this time Lone Peak, the defense holds true, as it was, I think it might have been Brig Rush with the carry. Third down and a long 5 for the Mustangs. Approaching the midway point here in this first half. Vea hit behind the line, and he will be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. That was Michael Cannon, the senior linebacker, able to get there first. We'll drop him for a loss of about a half yard as the penalty flag has come in late. After the punt, Lone Peak to start on their own 21-yard line. Gunther, boy, this is a design run all the way, trying to get outside and won't be able to do it. Is right there to bring him down is the senior captain, Matt Everton. Ball thrown out to McChesney quickly, looking for some space, and he's stood up. Again, it's Everton right there. McChesney will be credited with about 4 yards on the reception as a penalty flag is on the field. A holding penalty on Lone Peak will back them up now. Second down and 13 yards to go. Empty backfield for Talmage Gunther. As this ball thrown wide open and caught, and nearly escaping the tackle was Johnny Christensen with a big pickup all the way up to the 44-yard line. Johnny Christensen's off to a great start here in this first quarter. 4:45 remaining as Gunther with the keeper, and this time he's able to pick up 7 yards. Gunther looking over the middle. McChesney throwing his arms out, pleading for a penalty flag, and he'll get it. As couldn't get separation behind the D, and this will be a first down. After the pass interference penalty, first down for Lone Peak down to the Herriman 34-yard line. Screen play. Christensen inside the 25 and will be tackled out of bounds at about they're going to say he stepped out at the 21. Lone Peak looking to go up by 2 scores, draw all the way for Gunther, and nowhere to draw. As that time coming up was Nakoa Salanoa with the tackle right at the line. Gunther rolling to his left. Pressure coming up on Gunther, able to get around it. And you see the athleticism of the senior Talmage Gunther. We mentioned certainly able to carry it for positive yardage as he did there. Pick up a 5 for Talmage. 3rd and 5. Blitz coming by Herriman. Gunther looking for somewhere. Has men in the end zone. Instead, he tried to drop it off underneath the cap, and it's incomplete. A 33-yard field goal up for Lone Peak and good, and it's 10-0. Knights out in front with 3:05 left here in the opening quarter. A touchback on the kickoff and then a false start penalty. 1st and 15 for the Mustangs starting at their own 15. Lone Peak showing blitz up the middle. It's picked up well. There's Herriman on the ground and a short gain, pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry, that time for Judkins. Bootleg. Dumped off to Strasters underneath, and he's hit down by Corey as he came up to finish off the play, and it will be a pickup of 5 and a 3rd and long for Herriman. 3rd down, and it's a give to Judkins. Space, and he's got the first down across the 30 to the 32. And it's a carry to Strasters on 2nd down. He's across the 40 to the 46-yard line. A first down for Caden Strasters, as that time he's able to pick up about 15 yards. I formation on 1st and 10. Judkins with the carry, boy, and he is hit hard right at midfield. Good to see him get up as had a man low and high. He'll be credited with 3 yards on the play. Strasters give right up the middle on 2nd and 7. Again, Corey there to greet him. Strasser's able to take this to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Lone Peak, their students trying to make noise. It's Judkins looking for space, and I think he's going to be about a yard shy once they uncover this pile. 4th down and 2. The Mustangs going to go for it, trailing by 10. Strasser's nowhere to go. The Lone Peak defense makes the play. What a great job. It might have been big number 99, Terrence Levy, the senior, who came around and stuffed it. Teaming up with him was Parker McGee. 5 receivers for Talmage Gunther on 1st and 10. Going deep, and it's wide open to Christensen. Cuts back inside the 25, still looking for space, and he will go down at the 21, and Johnny Christensen, his big night continues. 2nd and 10, and it's Cap with the run right up the middle, picking up 5 yards to the 15. 3rd and 4, and a big play for this Herriman defense. They already trailed 10-0, 9:30 left here in the opening half. Gunther looking for more. going the way of the end zone and broken up as a flag comes in late. Boy, the fans don't like that one. It's going to be Preston Miranda who's going to get flagged here as the Herriman faithful up in arms about that call. After that pass interference penalty, 1st and goal, and it's going to be Cap with the carry inside the 5 as he's stood up and taken down by Matt Everton. 2nd down and 4. Gunther looking left. Boy, now he's getting swarmed. Tries to get rid of it. Cap was there. They're going to throw the penalty flag. I thought Cap was close enough, but I think Gunther's, they called intentional grounding on this one. So got to give props to this officiating crew. They waved off the flag. Cap was right there. Gunther looking end zone, and he overthrew Christensen, and it will bring up another 4th down for the Knights. Rossi on to kick from 22 yards out. Hold is good, and the kick is blocked. And no return allowed here, but boy, I'm not sure who got in there. A great job by this Herriman special teams unit to come out and block that field goal. It may have been Tomasi Tonga. Boy, huge play for Herriman as they will take over on the 20, and this run up the middle is going to be good for about 3 yards. Still 10-0, under 8 minutes remaining. How about this? Flea flicker going deep, and that ball broken up. Great play by this secondary. There in coverage was Lennon Fotu, the senior DB, but we're going to get a roughing the passer penalty on this Lone Peak defense. So after the penalty, and props to the sophomore Hayden Reynolds for hanging in there and taking a hit, it will be a 1st down for the Mustangs at the 38-yard line. I formation, Judkins the back. He will get the carry as they were setting up that fake reverse, and Judkins tackled after a pickup of 2 on the carry. 2nd down, and this time it's Vea, and he will just get back to the line, and nothing else as a late penalty flag came in on the play. Penalty was a late hit against the Knights. Another 1st down for the Mustangs. They've been aided by a couple of Knight penalties on this drive. And it is Vea with the carry as he's tripped up as another penalty flag will come in on the play. 1st down and about 24 yards to go as it was a big penalty against the Mustangs, and it's Vea right up the middle. He just met Seth Corey for the first time tonight as Vea able to pick up 6 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 18 is Seth Corey defensively. He's got to be up to 5 tackles at least already in this ball game. Judkins with the give up the middle, and he is tackled immediately by Parker McGee, the senior lineman. 3rd and 15 for the Mustangs. And it's a bootleg for Reynolds. Looking downfield, he's going to throw it back, and that ball's underthrown and intercepted. Making the catch was Britton Bettridge, the senior linebacker, as the penalty flag came in. Boy, Judkins was behind him, but the ball underthrown, and it will go to Lone Peak pending the outcome of the flag. It's a face mask penalty against Herriman on the play. It is a 1st down for Lone Peak, and the first carry for McChesney in this ball game as he's able to pick up 7. 3rd down and 2. And it's a run to Cap. 1st down as he's inside the 40 to the Herriman 39. On 1st down, again, Cap with the carry trying to get outside. He won't be able to do it. Boy, great job by Judkins coming up and making the tackle. A loss of 3 on the carry by Tyler Cap. 3rd down and 13 for Gunther. Has a man, and it's Doman caught at the 30, still on his feet. Tackled at about the 26-yard line, and he will pick up the 1st down for Lone Peak. Gunther on 2nd down. Doman with the reception. Nice little spin move at about the 18-yard line as he'll be given his forward progress there. It will be 3rd down and a yard to go with a minute left. 3rd and 1. Cap in the backfield. 40 seconds left on a running clock. Still 10-0. Gunther to throw. Christensen with the catch inside the 15, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he'll be brought down at about the 9-yard line. It will be 1st and goal for the Knights. Cassidy went down on the play. He was able to come off, but was in a sling, didn't look good. Looking the way of the end zone, Christensen makes the catch along the sideline. Touchdown for Lone Peak. Man coverage, and Christensen, for the first time tonight on the receiving end, puts 6 up on the board. And Lone Peak takes control of this ball game late in the 1st half. Rossi with the squib kick here. Fielded by Judkins. Inside his own 5. Has the lane right up the middle. Judkins now trying to get outside. And a nice job by Rossi that time, staying back. A beautiful return by Judkins up to midfield. Could have been 6 had Rossi not been there. Herriman with 9 seconds left. The offense will come out. Had a penalty, so ball backed up to the 45, 9 seconds left, and the sophomore Hayden Reynolds with a chance to make some magic here late. Pressure coming, and he's going to get sacked back to the 31. And with that, the first half comes to a close. That pretty much defines what it was. All Lone Peak, because it's 17-0 at the break. Judkins with the first down carry. Space up the middle, as he will not get out of the grasp of number 23, Ammon Hanneman, coming up to make the tackle. And a penalty on Herriman will back them up. First down and about 16 yards to go here. Reynolds to throw, and that ball incomplete. He was looking the way of Stockton Thorne. Thorne couldn't bring it in. Third down and 12 for the Mustangs, and they go to the ground behind the legs of Noah Vea, and he will be stood up by Nate Bennett. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6 yards. Another late penalty flag, and this one looks to go against the Knights. Third down and 12 for Herriman. And it's bootleg for Reynolds. Steps up, looking downfield, and this one essentially thrown away, well out of play. And it will bring up a fourth down for Herriman. So we see Talmage Gunther for the first time in the second half. A handoff to Tyler Kapp. He's back to the line of scrimmage, will maybe pick up a yard. Quick toss to Christensen on second down. He will hit the turf quickly as he picks up 6 yards on the reception. Third down and 4 yards to go for Talmage Gunther. McChesney with the reception right. Well, it looks like he might be short of the sticks by maybe a half yard. Yes, he will be, and it will be a fourth down for Lone Peak. Herriman starting in Lone Peak territory. And it's Vea who will take the snap and gives it off to Judkins. And boy, that one was sniffed out the entire way. As coming up was Michael Cannon to make the tackle to drop Judkins for a loss of 4. Vea again takes the snap. He will keep it this time. No, he tried to pitch it back, and that's a loose football. And it's recovered by Lone Peak. Britton Bettridge came up to recover the fumble. And it looks, the Knights will take over. Well, now there's some discussion about maybe Herriman got back on it. So want to give props to Jake Judkins, able to get back on that football to retain possession for the Mustangs. And it will set up a third and about 18 yards to go. Reynolds in trouble, and he will just try to throw this one out of bounds. He does so, but this offense is going to have to pay a price in more ways than one, as Reynolds a little slow to get up, and he will be flagged for the intentional grounding. Excuse me, they actually called holding against Herriman on that third down, so now we're going to back up even more. This ball is going to be punted by Vea, and a wise decision that time, and it's a good kick. It will roll down inside the 20. So after the third down punt, Lone Peak will start at their own 18-yard line. This ball thrown out quickly, and there in coverage to make the tackle was Miranda. 5.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Gunther gonna tuck this and run, as he will pick up the first down up to the 21-yard line, picking up 6 yards. Up to the 31-yard line. First and 10 for Lone Peak. Gunther rolling to his left, and he's got space up that sideline. He'll keep it across the 40 and out of bounds up to the 41-yard line. I think he will have another first down here for the Knights. First and 20 for the Knights after a penalty will back them up to their own 19-yard line. McChesney came across the formation in motion. Gunther to throw, looking the way of Doman. That ball caught up to the 22-yard line. A pickup of about 4 yards. Second down handoff and nowhere to go. Getting the carry that time was Kapp, and coming through and just lighting him up for Herriman defensively, I think, was Nakoa Salanoa once again. Third and 20 and 5 receivers for Gunther. He's looking deep, and it wasn't Noah Vea. I thought it was. Instead, it was Miranda able to get a palm on that one. Though the ball overthrown will bring up a fourth down. A Herriman penalty will give Lone Peak a 3rd and 7. Gunther to throw, pump fake, looking deep, has a man behind the D. Guess who? Johnny Christensen to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Lone Peak. 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line, and it's Johnny Christensen on a double move, able to go deep, and the Lone Peak Knights now lead 24-0. So Herriman comes out on their own 14. Toss back to Judkins, and this Lone Peak defense has been up to the task tonight against this ground game of Herriman as Corey again in on the tackle for the Knights. On 2nd and 13, Reynolds throws the screen and nowhere to go. As again, it was Cannon this time, able to get back there and tackle Tonga. 3rd and 16, Reynolds to the shotgun. As we're inside of 2 minutes left here in the third. Boy, pressure coming. Reynolds able to step up, but he's not going to be able to get out of it. Teaming up for the sack, Terrence Levy and Parker McGee, and it will bring up a 4th down for Herriman. So after the punt, Lone Peak starts at the 45-yard line. McChesney with the give here, and he's not going to get much. Got to the line, that'll be it, as Everton came up to bring him down. Start of the 4th quarter, 24-0, Lone Peak in control. Another pump fake and double moved for Christensen, and that ball incomplete. A little overthrown for Johnny C. Boy, a great kick by Gunther. Herriman backed up to their own 7. They go on the ground with Judkins across the 10 to the 12, pick up a 5. First down, Reynolds under trouble. He's going to get sacked. We've mentioned Corey tonight, but Michael Cannon has had a whale of a ball game as well as he sacks Reynolds back at the 16. 2nd and extremely long. It's Judkins stood up right at the line. Again, this defensive front been great all night tonight. 3rd and about 16 for the Mustangs. Reynolds again gonna go down. Sacked once again. The front 4 been fantastic, and this time I think Tyler Everett got in on the action for Lone Peak. Boy, a couple of big penalties on that return will back Lone Peak up to their own 36-yard line. 8:38 remaining. Gunther going to keep it. Able to get through the initial tackler and then up to the 41-yard line before being brought down. Gunther thrown out quickly to Doman on 2nd and 6. He has a couple blocks. Boy, ducked under a tackle. Nice job there by Tyson Doman as he will pick up the first down up to the 46. A penalty on Herriman, and Lone Peak now down to the 38-yard line. It's Cap with the carry. Brought down at the 31. Good strong run there by Tyler Cap. 3rd and 4. Gunther going to try to keep it. He's got the first down as he's to the 28-yard line. Well, actually, he might be just a foot short. So they did give Lone Peak a first down on the spot. 6:40 left here in the contest, still 24-0. McChesney coming over, going deep instead. That ball nearly caught by Todd Paskett. Nice job in coverage by Denver Osborne to help break it up. On 2nd down, boy, and a tough throw there. Christensen able to make it, gets a block. Christensen to the 10, and he will be brought down there. Excellent job fighting for the ball, and Johnny Christensen just does not go down easy. 1st and goal for Gunther. A run by the quarterback around the corner, and touchdown for Lone Peak. It's Talmage Gunther from 10 yards out, his first rushing touchdown of the night. On 1st down, it's Vea with the carry up to the 44. 3rd down, last play of the ball game, barring a defensive penalty. Thorne looking the way of the end zone, trying to get the donut off the board, and this ball intercepted by Lone Peak. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. It won't matter. 30-0. The Lone Peak Knights come to Herriman, and they will leave with a Region 4 championship and defeat Herriman for the first time in school history. Here at Herriman High School, a Region 4 title on the line as Lone Peak would come in 9-0 overall, 5-0 in region play. Herriman 7-2 overall, but also 5-0 in region play. Lone Peak got things going early. First drive of the ball game, it looked like the drive may stall. It was 4th and 6 before Talmage Gunther with the pump fake and a double move, able to connect downfield with McPherson, 35-yard touchdown pass. It's 7-0 Lone Peak early on. They would get 3 more points late in that first quarter behind a Rossi field goal. To the second quarter we go, and it's more Lone Peak. This time Gunther able to find Johnny Christensen with 19 seconds left in that first half from 9 yards out, and it's 17-0 Lone Peak at the half. Second half, more Knights. It was their night, and this time it would be Talmage Gunther hooking up with Christensen once again. This is a third down play, the double move by Christensen, 66 yards. It's 24-0 Lone Peak. The route is on. Talmage Gunther would scamper in from 10 yards out in the fourth quarter, and that would give us a 30-0 final score here from Herriman High School. Tonight was all about Lone Peak. The offense gets so much written about it. Talmage Gunther talked about all of his options that he has lining up on the outside tonight.
I think that's one thing we talked about coming into this year too, just we've always believed in it, is that you can't key on one guy because we have enough guys that can step up and make plays. So I think that's huge to have all those guys that I trust. I trust every single one of them to make plays.
But it's not just the wide receivers. The defense played huge tonight. Harriman, this is a power run football team, much to the likes of the Binghams of the world, the Brightons of the world, and this Lone Peak defense shut them down. At halftime, they only had 50 total yards in this ball game. Guys like Seth Corey stepped up, and his defensive line was absolutely huge once again here tonight.
I can't say enough about them. They work harder than anyone in this state. They're the best defensive line in the state. That's where it all starts, on our defense. That's why we're so good.
We mentioned a region championship game tonight acquired by the Lone Peak Knights, and Talmage Gunther was not shy to tell us, hey, we've won a region title in every fall sport up to this point. Wow, quite the fall so far here for Lone Peak. Even Coach Maurer was there to celebrate with his team at the presentation of the region championship trophy. Coach Maurer doing his best impersonation of Dabo Sweeney and doing a fantastic job of it. Lone Peak dominates this game 30-0. They come out the victories here from Herriman High School. We want to remind you that this game can be watched in a condensed version anytime on Xfinity on demand. And now, of course, it comes time for us to award our player of the game, and we're going to give it to Talmage Gunther. 4 total touchdowns tonight, 3 through the air, 2 to Johnny Christensen, 1 on the ground. Talmage Gunther, his stellar season continues once again. A 30-0 victory here tonight for the Herriman Mustangs. We want to thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. For Dusty Litster, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us.